Welcome everyone. This is MBL. Now today we're going to analyze Euro USD charts. Today is Friday, the 7th of October 2022. So it's already 1:38 p.m. in the afternoon. So the market has gone far. So whatever we do now will be based on maybe to know what to trade on Monday or so and see where the market will go. Okay, so like I always say, a disclaimer, a quick disclaimer. Now, this channel is not to teach you how to trade. So I want to assume that you already know how to trade. You have some knowledge about trading, no matter how minimal. So my job is to enhance your trading skill, which you've already garnered from whatever source. Do you understand that? So I'm a trader also. I've been trading for a while now, and when I analyze the chart with you, then you can see it clearly. Maybe you see from another perspective, just to enhance what you already have, to make you see the chart clearly. And this will enhance your decision so you can make better decision as to whether to buy or to sell. My job is not to teach you how to trade. Hope you understand that. So let's go. So if I want to analyze this chart, Euro USD, so I'm going to start from the monthly. Now, but somehow this is a new month. This is it's still a new month. So on the monthly, it's just starting. Like if you go to the weekly, we just have I think one week into this candle or so. So I think 2 weeks, but let's just 1 week. Let's just so if we go to the monthly, however, we can see what structure line can we find there. So let me remove this first. Okay, so I love my chart plain. So on the monthly, there's no too much thing going on the monthly. So we had a structure line there. Then let's come to the, now based on the previous month, then we go to the weekly. So now on the weekly, what can we find? We can find another structure line here. Structural zone, I beg your pardon. So I first of all lay out all the structures, the resistance, the support, and see, so I can see clearly. So now you can see your zones clearly. So this is on the daily now. I'm on a daily time frame. So on a daily time frame, I think I can find one more here. Okay, so let's move to the 4-hour. Yeah, so everything is well structured now. So if I zoom out, you can see it now. So here it is. So now let me quickly say this. Most times some mistakes that some newbie could make is when you're trying to structure the markets, this is on the monthly time frame. Don't go and start from, maybe you start from somewhere here. This is several months away, or you go to somewhere here. This is several months away. So before the market comes here again, it will take maybe a year or two or more. You never can tell. So there's no point structuring those lines or trying to analyze those places. You don't need it. So let's go to the recent month where you're in. Then you can now come down to the weekly. Like you don't need to be putting structural line in all of these places here. All these up places here. These are several weeks back. Do you understand this? So you don't need it. The market is not going to go there now. So what you need is here, where we are now. So this can be, now we're here right now on the 4-hour time frame. So let's move to the 1-hour time frame and see what we have. Now I saw something on the 4-hour time frame that I want to point your attention to. Now firstly, you will notice that if you put a trend line here, sorry about that. Now if you add a trend line here on the 4-hour time frame, you will notice that the moment the market broke the trend line, the moment the market broke through the trend line, it came back to retest it and goes down. Do you understand this? So always take notice of that when you're trading. So when you see the market going up this way, most of the time you would think that maybe it's already is about going to the uptrend. So no, this is like this is a rising wedge. So you get it now. So you don't just assume that, but whichever way, forget about the patterns now. Just draw a trend line across it, and once the market breaks through it, then you can enter a sell, or you wait for it to come back and just enter a sell that way. So you can be very confident about that. So now the next thing I'm going to do now is to add my indicator. Now the only indicator I use is the moving average. So I just add my 50 period moving average, the simple one, and voila, that's all. You get it now? So that's all. So now when I add this moving average now, it makes me now see something else. It makes me see something else. Now on a good day, you would like maybe just want to enter a sell. If the moving average was not there, you just want to enter a sell. But now with this, I'm able to see clearly that, okay, that what price action has done is to come back to test the 50 period moving average. So which means you can just determine if you want to enter a sell right away. So let's add a trend line on this. Whoa, so now we can see clearly. So we can add another one down it. I hope I'm not confusing you. So let's move to the daily. Okay, so we can see that the market is bouncing off the 50 period moving average and bouncing off the trend line on a daily time frame. So what I was saying the other time, you add a trend line this way, even though it's a steep trend line. So when the market breaks off it, it's going down. Okay, so now if this market now, if it is likely that it's going to bounce off this trend line, so that is why you need to add another trend line downwards. If you don't add this trend line downwards, now let's say this trend line is not here, this trend line is not here, you would just think or assume that because it has broken this structural base, support, because it has broken through the support, you think it's just coming straight down to this place. But because there's another trend line here, so you see that there is a high likelihood of this market bouncing off this trend line. So you are cautious of that. Do you understand that? And if you notice, that is what happened in all of these places. The market didn't get to this structure line. It bounces off this trend line every time. It came here. People would have been thinking if you get here, from here it bounces up. So it's very important you put your trend line down and up so you'll be able to see clearly and make better decisions. Now before you can say it with confidence, when it closes below this, if it closes below this today, then you can be sure that it's coming here. Do you understand that? I don't want this video to be too long. I hope this helps you. So now it depends on what now happens today. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Now what happens today, at the end of today, will determine what we should be looking out for on Monday. So this is on the daily time frame now. If the market closes below this support line, if it closes and it breaks through this, then we're looking to sell to this place. Do you understand it? We're looking to take a sell here. But if the market if you're the bull side, maybe you're looking to buy, you do not buy except the market goes. You do not expect to enter a buy except the market breaks this trend line here. You see this steep trend line I put here now. If the market breaks through this steep trend line, then we can enter a buy. But for now, what we're looking for is how to sell. You understand it now? So this is on the 4-hour time frame. So except the market closes through above this, we're not looking to buy it. We're not looking to buy yet. Even though there is likelihood that it's going to bounce off this bounce off this 50 period moving average on the 4 hours. So maybe this is just to cut everybody on the stop loss. It's going to stop the stop loss. So now you can see the triangle that is set now. This one comes down here, this one comes down here. So if it closes below this, we enter a sell. If it closes above this, we enter a buy. I hope you understand that. If the market closes above this trend line, then we enter a buy. If it closes below this other trend line that goes this way, then that means this trend line is representing this 50 period moving average also. So that means we can enter a sell. So that's what you should look out for on the 4 hour or on the daily time frame. Just look at what is the market going to do. You understand it? So look out for these two trend lines. This one that comes here, this one. So go ahead and plot it in your own graph, and you can make your decision based on that. And I'll see you in the next video.